Good evening, everybody, and I hope you're all keeping well on this very dark night. I see the nights are fair drawn in now. Been not a bad day here today. What's Phil saying? Phil, you're a man. Right, I'll bring me earworms in, see who we've got in tonight, and we have Mark the Gentleman Wood Turner. Good evening,
Howdy.
Mark. We have got Dale from
Hello.
Maple Street Studios. Good evening, Dale. So
Hello.
I'll pop you back in the background again. I'll just
Cool. Put
change
your pants
cameras
up
and
now.
show what we're going to be doing. So at the moment, I've got a piece of you in the lathe. I'm going to be making a sort of spherical type box body out of this. I've got two pieces of some sort of exotic hardwood. I'm not too sure. I've had it in the woodshed for years, and I can't remember what the bloody hell it is. So the long piece is going to be for the stem, and the shorter piece we're going to do a finial out of. Something similar to what I did the other week, except it will not have an off-center finial. So we will get on. I'll move this stool out of the way, and we'll get on and do some turning.
Splendid.
Right, where'd I put me? Oh, there it is. I got a new camera today, which was the main camera that I just had on there when I was speaking to you. Very, very expensive camera that one was from Amazon. 14 pound, I think it was.
Good Lord. Man of many monies.
Oh yes, definitely. So I'm turning at what sort of speed? 1500 near enough. Just to get some shape into this. So Mark, you want to let us know who's knocking about?
Yeah, can do. Hold on. Just go to the top of the chat. Oh, I do believe I was first. For a change. Then we've got Lovins to Turn, Tommy Dunn, Dara
Hello,
Coulon,
Tommy.
which
Hello,
we think is
Dara.
a new name. Barry Chitty,
Hello, Barry.
Phil Bolter. Hello, Phil, you old
Hello,
dog.
Bill.
Jennifer Stroughton,
Hello, Jenny.
Wood Wizardry by Colin. Hello, Colin.
Hello, Colin.
Robert Bowman,
Hello, Robert.
Christine and Michael Hesseltine,
Christine and Michael, how are you?
Circular Wood by Keith,
Circular
Brian
Keith by
Anderson,
Wood.
Barry Chitty, Dutch Turner. Hello, Dutch.
Hello, Mike. How are you?
Brian Anderson. Pete Twisted Trees is in.
Hi, Pete.
Hodgepodge. Hello, Hodgepodge.
Hello,
Douglas
Hodge.
Mungham.
Hello, Dougie.
Brian Jane.
Hello, Brian.
Mr. Stacey Smith.
Who?
Richard Phelan.
How are you feeling, Richard?
Ian Leonard.
Hello, Ian.
Harold Golden.
Hello, Harold.
Leroy 500.
Hello, Leroy.
Chris Cox.
Mr. Cox.
Barry's in. Hello, Baz. Real Simple Things.
Hello, Bazza. How are you?
BB Turning. Weavy Woodshed. IDR
Hello,
Wood Turning.
Vivi.
Klondike Grassman. Hello, Lewis. Ellie Two Meadows Designs.
Hello, Ellie.
Joe Senior's in. Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday to you. I need a dress.
Yeah, and a blonde wig.
A blonde wig and a dress.
Andy
I'll borrow you.
Heath. Yeah, won't fit. Colin Izzard. John S. Put a load of people in tonight.
And everyone else.
Yes, I think I've got everybody there. Wacky Workshop. Hello, Wacky.
Hello, Wacky. Oh, shit.
If I missed anybody, I do apologise, but you're all chatting away very quickly.
Jeff Christie, Paul Smith.
Paul Smith.
Image
Yep.
can never be unseen, Dale, says our Bazaman. I feel that's me in the Marilyn Monroe drag act singing Happy Birthday to Joe. I think that's the image he's talking about. You know?
Wayne, Paul Smith's in, mate.
Oh, hi, Paul. What I'm doing at the moment, Paul, I'm just doing we've got a piece of yew on the lathe, spindle orientation, and I'm just turning something that looks, or is going to look, a bit spherical. Just a bit.
Apparently I missed Julian Clifford. Sorry, Julian.
Oh, Julian.
Shay Lenahan's in.
Hello, Shay.
Steve Ash is in. Sorry, Steve. Wayne of the Big Feet is in. Hello, Wayne and Val.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party time. Woo!
All Waynes present and correct.
Oh, I don't think they're correct. I'm not sure they're all entirely present. Have you seen
No,
Wayne
me
after a
neither.
couple of Waynes?
Me neither. Right, I'll just give this a quick sanding before we go on to hollow it out. Can anybody hear the air filter?
Nope.
Is it too noisy? No, that's okay then.
Can't hear a thing.
I'll get the
65.
proper sanding. All right. Sorry, Mark.
65 watching. Sorry, that's all I was going to say.
I'll get the proper sanding done once I get it hollowed out. I'm just doing a quick sand at the minute just to see what it's looking like. And I'm using 80 grit to sand it initially. It's not exactly a sphere. There's still a bit needs to come off the top here, but it's livable with, seeing how I did it freehand.
You want to get yourself one of those sphere turning jigs?
Yeah, I prefer freehand, to tell you the truth. Plus, I haven't got that money.
Neither have I anymore because I bought one of those jigs. Yeah, but you bought a Stream Deck, so nah.
Yeah, but that wasn't that expensive. Right, so where do I want to go on this? There? No, that's a bit. I'll just shorter there.
I've just realised that all of the witticisms I've been making for the last few minutes have been muted and wasted. You know, when you said you preferred it freehand, Wayne, I gave it a full-on, that's what she said. And no one heard it. Fell on deaf ears. God damn.
Finial.
Oh, that doesn't seem very tight.
What's Tommy up to? No good. He's back out in the chat. Hodgepodge is suggesting that you're cupping that ball very nicely, Wayne.
Thank you. I turn the speed down to about 500. We're drilling this.
Oh no, Lewis is saying that they've closed the bubble between New Brunswick and Quebec. He doesn't know when he's going to get his Excalibur now.
Douglas didn't hear a thing. Good man. Doug, Dale, that sounds forgetfulness due to lack of Jaffa cakes. Sir, if you can pick out my voice, it has Jaffa cakes wedged in its face now. It does turn a little in the wonk when you're doing that, Wayne. A little
Sorry?
bit of a wobble left to right. It does
Yeah,
wobble quite a bit.
it's just that it didn't hit directly on centre. I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised if the headstock and tailstock are a wee bit out. It's not important. I can get all that sorted once I start hollowing.
I think we've just had the understatement of the year from Klondike Craftsman. COVID is becoming inconvenient.
I think I might agree with you there.
I think it started being inconvenient in about February.
See, BB Turnan's asking me the question. Dale, what's your opinion, I think is what he's saying. What is your opinion on the non-flavoured Jaffa cakes? Well, for a start, they're not Jaffa cakes, because Jaffas refer to oranges. And from there, prosecution rests.
So should the pineapple ones be called peanut cakes?
Whatever the heck you like, just not Jaffa.
I had to say that so carefully.
Whatever they like, just not Jaffas. Pina cakes, raspberry cakes, lemo cakes.
Do they do a strawberry one?
I'm sure somebody does.
I'm sure they probably do.
Just somebody getting too much time in their hands. I know what we'll do. We'll make a special edition. Oh, look, that special edition sold really well. Let's make 5.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Nobody's buying these anymore. How comes that happened?
Klondike's asking Ellie where Tintagel is. Original one is. It's about 15 miles south of me.
It could be about a person. I mean, there's always that possibility.
Us locals, we call it Tintacle.
Today I'm going to be using the Robert Sorby Sovereign Turnmaster, just for a change. And the first thing I want to do is just get sized up for the lid to go on. Probably need to be a fair bit bigger than that, to tell you the truth. Oh yes, quite a lot bigger.
Ben Jamin has just joined. Hello, Ben.
Dale, can you show me what a Jaffa cake is the next time you're live? Certainly, sir. I'll make that happen for you. Douglas Mungan is hashtagging more paper earworms. I'm not here as an earworm. I'm here as the carer. Just the one who settled that right now.
Yes, Ellie, Excalibur was the sword of King Arthur. It's the sword of the King of the Britons. Gifted to the king by the Lady of the Lake. If you believe, which I do. But even as a local, I don't believe the King Arthur in his right mind would ever have had his seat of Camelot on the North Cornish coast. But it keeps the tourists happy.
Well, what can you say? Mr. Golden says, question. I looked up ye wood, meaning you, but didn't get much info. What wood is comparable to ye? Is it more like pine or closer to maple?
Neither. Right, if you want to look up wood, go on the internet and look up the wood database. It's basically a book on wood on the internet, on all different varieties of wood. It gives the characteristics and everything. Right, it's classed as a softwood because it's an evergreen. Commonly planted in the UK in cemeteries because it is a toxic wood and it tended to keep the animals away. There are two varieties. There's the European yew wood, and there is also the Pacific yew as well. And that tends to be the only two varieties of yew that you get. Some people have been posting recently on Facebook saying that they've been turning purple yew as if it's a species of yew, which it isn't. It's just that yew goes, certainly the heartwood, the orange part you can see here, the heartwood goes from a very pale colour, like the sapwood, all the way through light orange, dark orange, red, purple, and other various colours in between. So go on the internet, type in wood database into your search engine, and it'll take you where you can find out about it.
Ellie, if you're up this way, feel free to message me. Pop in for a coffee if you want. Workshop's always open.
There we are, nice fit in there. That's grand. I'll start hollowing this out now.
Benjamin covers it very concisely when he says, "Wood database." Oh, sounds a bit dirty.
But it is, it's full of wood.
Aaron says, "Hey Wayne, thank you for the lunchtime viewing pleasure." Oh, hello. Just a live you did, Wayne, or was it something else you want to share?
Sorry?
I think it may be lunchtime where Aaron is.
Yes.
It wasn't me, I didn't do it. It was them big boys. Big boys did it and then they ran away.
Big boys. Always the big boys.
I'm just going to put a different tip onto the hollower.
Over there.
Sorry about that. Right, to tell you the truth, I'll see if I get any difference using the Simon Hope carbide. I've probably taken it too thin there. That's why I'm getting a lot of vibration.
Sounds like Aaron could be on the west coast of America if he's 8 hours behind.
I would have held that.
Not great.
Now this did have some cracks in it, which I have super glued. I'm just hoping that they're going to hold together. I have got a bit of a flat part here. If I take this very, very thin, I'm going to go through the side wall, so I'll try not to do that.
Is that pesky internal diameter versus external diameter?
That's it, Mark, exactly.
Hey, those laws of physics are a pain, aren't they?
They are.
Harold asks, if you punch through the side, is it still a funnel?
I'm not very sure
Left
what it's
on
called,
and off.
Harold.
My mute button tonight.
It used to be called a sieve.
The
watching,
Dutch
Wayne.
Tunnel says it's a TARDIS.
Yeah.
Get behind that. So Butler says, toe post should be sadly missed by all. It's part of the wood turning folklore in the UK. I agree.
Yep, it's very sad.
What's that?
Jennifer says, whiskey for Wayne, red wine for Wayne.
Yeah, I'll take both in equal quantities.
And depending what time of the night, mixed.
Yeah. Hoover's going on.
It's no drilly, but it's close.
Yeah, we're getting there.
There's a comment there for you, Dale.
Very brave. If you don't eat all the Jaffa cakes tonight, you can show Lewis one when you're back at the end. Nah, mate, that's not how this works.
Yeah, you've got two hopes of that, and one of them is Bob.
It's not how this works.
Sadly, I think you may be too late.
There's no sadly about it. He already definitely is.
You've not eaten all the Jaffa cakes already. That's only 24 minutes.
There's only 12 in the packet. It's one every 2 minutes.
I like your maths. That's very good.
It's not bad. Not particularly complicated to eat.
Ben asks, how do you eat your Jaffa cakes, Dale? I would say all at once.
Preferably in a pack. I feel that's an appropriate way. Anything else is merely an oddity of nature. Revisited by Colin says, damn, that's a beast of a tool, Wayne.
Yeah, the only annoying thing about it is that the stem of the tool isn't very long. So you can't really do deep hollowing with it. You know, it's the stem of the tool is, what's that, about 8 inches, something like that? It's not very long.
Wait for it.
What I'm doing at the moment is well, it's nearly gone. There's a bit of a ridge around about there that I'm just trying to get rid of. That's it. That's done.
Steve says, Dale, you're doing it all wrong. Chocolate first, then the cake, then the jelly. You can make them last longer that way. I would say there's one thing Dale doesn't need is advice on how to demolish Jaffa cakes. I think he's got it down pat.
Right, I'm just going to go back to my small tool rest. That's the inside hollowed out. What I'm going to do now is bring this further down in here.
You've just had a super chat from JP. He says, is that a piece of traditional wood?
Yeah, it is.
Hello, JP. Midnight Joker's in. Hello, Mike. Glenn's in.
Hey,
hello, Glenn.
So, Glenn, did you buy Joe a sofa for our birthday?
No, dude. Unlikely. Go on, Glenn. Prove us all wrong. 81 watching, win.
Oh, very good. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Zed's in. Hello, Zombie Wood Turner.
Hey, Zed.
Joe's thinking, instead of all she wants for her birthday is her 2 front teeth, all Joe wants for her birthday is a 3-piece suite. Glenn has now actually publicly said we will be shopping for sofas when he gets back off his Scottish road trip. You heard it here, folks. Screenshots all round.
There we are. I sanded the 240. What am I going to do now?
Wayne Douglas Mungham asks,
Yeah.
could you make a longer stem for that hollowing tool?
I'm going to have a look on the Robert Sorby site to see if they actually do longer stems or if they do an extension. You can't do anything with the business end of it because it has interchangeable tips. So you could
Right.
just change the tips over. But certainly at the other end, they might do an extension for it.
Wayne, could you just do a quick recap of what you're making, please, for those that
Yeah,
have joined?
I will. What I'm doing something similar to what I did the other week with the Purple Heart, except I'm using you tonight. So this is going to be the body of the box, if you like. This part here is going to be a finial. And then I've got a longer piece of that wood, which is going to be the stem for the bottom. So that's what we're doing. So what I'm going to do now, I don't know why I do that when I've got the Hoover here.
Hoovery. And Midnight Joker says, Scottish Road Tip Whiskey Tour. Oh, he's made up for it. He spelt it
Yeah,
right later.
that's what Glyn is planning.
Somebody else has already said that the Scottish road trip's planned for the year 2023.
So I'll be meeting up with Glyn on Sunday. I'm on shop duty all this weekend. There's two shops that I supply work to, so I've got shop duty. But on Sunday after I finish, that particular shop shuts at 4. So I'm going to be shooting off from Gatehouse of Fleet down to Brampton to meet up with Glyn for a couple of hours.
Phil Bolter has a question.
Yes, Phil.
My wife says if you can get an extension for that 8-inch tool, can you let her know where to get one from, as it's his birthday soon?
Yeah, okay. I'll do that, Phil. I'm surprised she hasn't been looking for one of them for years, Phil. Right, on to the Yorkshire Grit.
You're not like this in Martin's lives, Phil.
I'll tell you what, sometimes if you want to be at a bloody club meeting with him, he's a whole hell of a lot worse.
Dale,
Yes, sir.
Turn the speed down.
sing it.
No. Going off that now. It's been stolen.
Yeah,
Someone
it's been
took it without
stolen.
my permission.
Have you received your royalties yet?
Nah, it was thieved.
You're getting requests.
Great thing is I get to choose.
I've turned the speed up. I'm still rubbing the grit in. Now I'm going to go to a clean piece of paper and carry on rubbing it in.
That's what she said.
Yeah. And you keep on rubbing it in until the piece of paper comes away clean. And that's the abrasive done its work. And now what I'm going to use, what am I going to use tonight?
Alton's joined. Hello, Alton.
Good evening.
Looks like it, Paul. No drilly. No Yorkshire Grit
Yep.
song.
Sorry, no drilly tonight. Not when I'm doing spindle work. Right, tonight I'm using Chestnut Products microcrystalline wax. I would show you the tin, but it'd be pretty pointless because the labels come off.
Hey,
Oh, it could be anything then.
It could be, but it isn't because I've still got the label here.
That's quite cool.
What's that?
His new
The
saw.
new saw. I've got the riving knife in. Granted, I don't need to take the riving knife back out. I don't need to put the zero clearance in around it, but that's all right. It's always easier the second time.
Right, so what I'll do now, I'll take this piece off the lathe and I will do the finial for it. I'll come back to this. This is going to get reversed into another lathe just so I can, in fact, no, what I'll do, tighten that back up a minute. You might as well do this bit to start off with. I'm just going to part this off.
36 minutes, Wayne.
Grand. This will go on for longer than me usual. This one will. There we are. Put that over there so it doesn't get lost. Now this piece of yew has got some nice figuring in it, so I'm not going to chuck this bit away. I'll get a few slices off this to use for inlays in box lids. What are you looking for? Oh yeah. If I tell you what, before I put this on the chuck, I will put it back in between centers just so I can tidy this part here up. I'm just going to tidy that up so it's ready to fit onto the box, which I forgot to do earlier on. So I'll just do it now.
Dutch Banner says, there once was a turner called Wayne. He left all his viewers in pain. He said there was no drilly. They screamed that's just silly, and I guess we'll be going again.
Very good.
Gets worse, it does, it gets worse. Another quick sand up. Just going straight on to 240.
Pete from Twisted Trees has a question.
Yeah.
How much do you charge for the privilege of being an earworm on Drilly's show?
I hadn't actually thought of that, but it actually sounds better than Mark asking for money all the time.
I don't ask anymore. I know my place. Barry says, drilly, drill, do, 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 do.
Oh no.
Just smack him, somebody.
Yeah, you could have actually left that one out, to tell you the truth, Mark.
Should have done. Should have done.
He's been good. He's not done it for so long. I thought
No, he
I'd
hasn't.
throw him a bone.
Contact Crossman is saying, hashtag stop earworm oppression.
Don't you
Guys,
oppress me.
look, I've told you before, guys. You need to take this on board. It's like a case of, I'm not here as an earworm. I'm here as their carer.
Dale, that would mean you'd actually have to care.
No, it doesn't.
Well, you'd have to pretend.
Yeah, well, see, that's different.
Dutch Turner says, hashtag earworms lives matter.
No, they don't.
Colin says, hashtag equal rights for worms.
Equal rights for worms. You get this.
I love the way Wayne's giggling away going, yeah, right.
Ian in the chat has said he's been reliably informed that we aren't called earworms anymore, but we are in fact called chat controllers.
Oh,
Oh, I like that.
In your case, it's a muttering technician.
Yeah.
Colin says Billy would do a better job, Wayne.
Dutch has a fair point. It's like we're controlling anything, eh?
Terry's gone all proper. Just gonna ignore that.
Yeah. You can be a moderator without necessarily being an earworm. It's like JP's not earworming, but he's a moderator.
No, he isn't. He's a
That's
chaos
what he
man.
was.
He's a man of professional disruptitude.
Yeah, he's got a spanner. He is a spanner.
And calling it Crossman, the BBC would call earworms pundits. That would make Mark Jimmy Hill.
More like Jimmy Greaves.
If you put washing up liquid on worms, they disappear, says Shay. Glenn's upset he doesn't have a spanner.
who's upset?
Glenn.
Glenn.
Glenn. Where's my mouse?
Uh-oh. This could be dangerous.
Colin's asking, how do you get a spanner? You buy a toolkit, Colin.
There you are, Glenn.
Type something, Glenn.
Harold's asking, what kind of wood for the finial?
Got no idea.
No idea, Wood.
And I really don't have any idea. It's a piece of wood that's been in my woodshed for years and years, and I just don't remember what it is. The label's fallen off and everything, so it's a mystery wood. Right, I'm just going to fit me magnifiers onto my glasses.
I'll go with the beard, Glenn. Evil laugh, he says. Zed suggests it's called fogwood, found on ground.
Oh no, it was bought.
I'd go with Fizz. F-I-S. Found in shop.
I should add my other specs on these. Magnifiers don't fit on these ones very well.
I think it's F-I-N, F-I-K. I think it's F-I-K wood.
Joe's
Yeah,
asked
definitely
Josie.
F-I-K.
Joe's asking how does she get a spanner?
Oh, Joe want a spanner as well.
Just to
Very good.
counteract the abilities of Glyn.
You can actually call it thick Wood.
Thick wood, yeah, that works.
Joe, I think you've got a spanner.
Type something, Joe. Yay.
Joe's got a spanner. Yay. Ban Glenn now.
Yeah. You can put Joe, you can put Glenn in a timeout.
Well, she can't because he's a moderator as well.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
bugger. She could actually throw something at him, though.
Well, she can do that at home.
Yeah. Yeah, happy birthday, Joe. We gave you a spanner.
Right, I'm just going to give this detailed part of the gouge a quick sharpen.
Ian in the shed says he doesn't think he's mature enough for the responsibility of a spanner. Why, and you think we are?
I am. I definitely am.
Not so sure.
I am. You don't get to make a decision on this. Oh my view. How Golden is suggesting it's a big mistake. It's okay, guys. My money. Sorry. It's okay, guys. My wallet has the sofa money in it.
Yeah, but you've got to go to sleep at some point.
Neil Gold's in the chat. Evening, Wayne, he says.
Good evening.
Oh, Butler says, there once was a turner called Chuck, whose wooden lathe came unstuck. It flew up in the air, but the truck didn't care. In fact, said, I don't give a damn, doesn't rhyme, but it's a traditional reason. Midnight Joker says, various things, none of which we can broadcast.
Ian in the shed's got a question. This is a real question this time.
Yeah.
What are hook tools like for hollowing under the rim of a bowl? I've been told they're quite
no.
difficult to get the hang of.
No, you don't use hook tools on bowls. Hook tools are for hollowing spindle work. They're not so that you're using them when the grain. Hook tools. Where's that bowl gone? Right. Hook tools are used on end grain, okay, for hollowing out end grain. You never use it in bowl orientation for hollowing out a bowl. That's not what they're built for. They're built for spindle work, not bowl work.
They'd probably either bend or snap, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Mark Stroughton's in. Hello, Mark.
Ian in the shed says, in that case, question 2. If I have the space to get the angle to get a bowl gouge in, would you recommend to hollow out under the rim of a bowl? Would you recommend it? What would you recommend to hollow out under the rim?
The hollow out under the rim, a scraper. You could use a swan neck. You could use, it's any amount of things you could use. What you can do, right? What you're saying is, Ian, I think what you're saying is that you can't actually get in underneath the rim like that. So if you turn the bowl gouge around, so the flute is facing back towards you, and have it pointing down at around about 7 o'clock, you can actually use the bowl gouge as a scraper. I'm sure I've shown people how to do that on one of my lives.
Wayne, Doris saying, does that piece of wood that you're turning now, does it smell of chocolate?
No, it doesn't.
Because he thinks he thinks it's babinga.
No, it's not Bubinga. It's not red enough.
Zed, the zombie woodturner, says he thinks copper wire was invented when someone tried to take a penny from Glenn. Well, that's what he heard anyway.
Zed's having to leave. He's got to go to a meeting. Bye, Zed.
See you, Zed.
Harold follows up with copper wire or copper leaf. Ian in the shed says, yes, Wayne, my lathe is against the shed wall, so don't have the access behind it to angle the bowl and gouge in.
Okay.
Excuse me. Turn the headstock, mate.
I don't think Ian's headstock turns on his lathe. I don't think it does. I may well be wrong.
Glenn says he's getting battered tonight. Hashtag cut from Joe. Not sure that's what it means though. Is it a strange perversion where you get covered in chip batter and fish batter all night?
Right. You can see these magnifiers off now. Give that a quick spray with sand and sealer. Now, I was going to pick a light piece of wood, something like ash or something like that, and just stain it. But I thought, no, I'll see if I can find a contrasting piece of wood against the U. And bring out the grit again.
So Ian in the shed doesn't have a movable headstock and he doesn't have a reverse. I would suggest you need a new lathe then, Ian. I mean, that's the road I'd go down. Wink, wink. Dara, I'm very sorry. It's very difficult to assign genders to names sometimes. Thank you for your comment.
I can't even remember if Ian actually used drilly when he was up.
Well, there's a rare treat.
He was in the same room as Drilly, though.
He was in the same room, certainly. Oh, Jane let the dogs out.
Bryn. Actually, Cash, you reckon?
Ian, take the advice that I've been given. Buy the last lathe first. So my next lathe will be my last lathe.
Yeah,
That wasn't your first lathe.
that's the
Hey?
best way to go, Mark.
Yeah,
Save
but your
up and
first
buy
lathe.
something that you're never going to have to replace.
I did that with my last scroll saw. That didn't work.
But has it worked now?
Don't know. Is there a bigger one? Probably.
And what I'll do with this, I'll at some point, maybe not tonight, but I'll put the chuck into the headstock with the sanding disc and get all that cleaned off on there. But this is the box and the lid so far. There's not really a hell of a lot of contrast. That U is really quite dark. But this is let's see, turn that round that way. That's the box and the lid so far. So I've just got the stem to do now. But before
Looking good, man.
before I do the stem, what I'm going to have to do, and I bet I've made this really too small, I won't be able to do this.
Phil, you do crack me up.
Well, what's he saying now? I've made that just a wee bit too small to go in there. Right, you're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to have to change the jaws on this.
Phil says, a moth goes into the opticians, says life is a mess. My wife has left me, kids hate me, I lost my job and I'm depressed. The optician says, you need a doctor, why'd you come here? The moth says your light was on. Oh, that's got me. Oh dear.
I tell you what, that saw is really quiet. Did you hear it?
No.
No?
Good. Might work in a live. Might make frames in the next live. Then again, I may keep it as inside secret. Does a rebate fantastic. Oh, good lord, there's Kazam! How are you, sir?
Hello, Gus.
Lewis has got to beat it.
See you, Lewis.
Cheers, Lewis. Thanks for coming.
Is the stand going to include the base?
Yes, it is. Well, the stem, you mean?
Yes.
Yes. So it's going to be like I did with the Purple Heart one. Hopefully, it'll be a fairly delicate stem.
Paul Smith's got to go. Cheers, Paul.
See you, Paul.
Oh,
Now, these jaws are going to be getting extended out a fair distance, and I know you're not supposed to do that. But, oh, that's it. That's not too bad.
Question there for you, Dale, from Barry.
yes, Barry. Any news on the scroll bandsaw yet? No, sir. I'm going to go with the Laguna. I don't think I'm going to bother. I quite
you've been after the Laguna for ages, so you might as well stick with it.
Yep. Feel a quote from Star Wars is coming on. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Take that drill out. What size of drill have I got here? That size. I wonder if I can just manage with the drill. Don't worry about me, I'm just whittering to myself.
There you carry on.
Circular wood by Keith. Anyone after an Axminster AWSL lathe? 5 drive pulley. Just need a few pounds for museum funds.
If you're after a good lathe, give Keith a shout.
Not for me, Keith.
Leroy 500 says, I have a Laguna 1216 and I would like to get a bigger lathe. I'm assuming there's quite a noticeable improvement in vibration from bigger lathes.
Damn. I'm sure I just heard a crack there. Yeah, I did. Did anybody else hear a crack there?
I heard it.
Right, I will quickly super glue that on the inside.
Cuz says, Dale, something you wanted for a while, the Laguna is. The Laguna gets you should. I can't do Yoda, so.
Right, what else can I do on this?
Martin at Woody's Creations has just come in. Hello, Martin.
Hey, Martin. Right, I'll see how I get on.
Douglas said he heard something, but he thought it was the chuck settling.
No, it was a crack. Oop. Yeah, get rid of that. That's fine. It's gone way off now.
Yeah, it's not happy, is it?
No. Thinks.
Have you got a set of pin jaws?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Really, all I'm wanting is just to get this bit off the bottom so I can just drill a hole.
You can do that one.
Phil Buller said, my mate bought 200 chicks to start a chicken farm. 2 weeks later, buys another 200 chicks. The owner is curious, but doesn't say anything. After 2 weeks, he buys another 200. When he returns for the fourth time, the owner asks, why do you keep coming back, mate? I said, I'm doing something wrong. I'm either planting them too deep or too close together.
It's not as good as the moth joke, but it's funny.
Question, could Wayne use Drilly for that?
Or just to sand it off, I could actually, to tell you the truth. We will have a look.
Earphone wearers, stand by. Ian in the shed says he bought his official Drillies Club members t-shirt last night. Hashtag Drilly saves the day from Tommy Dunn.
There you go. Where there's a will, there's a family. Put my flaming chuck key down again. There it is.
Crackerjack's joined. Hello, Crackerjack.
Good evening.
Drilly saves the day.
You are mad, you know that.
Hey?
You are mad, you know that, right?
Yeah? That's why you like me.
Take this.
Hey? What'd you say?
I'm taking the fifth, Your Honor.
All right. You just call me a doofus.
No, it says I'm taking the 5th.
Oh,
That's quite funky. One for later. Taking the 1st, Tommy. 100%.
Right, let's get on with this.
Wayne, you have 79 watching.
Grand.
Gwen says, Dale, I've not forgotten about you, honey. Oh my. I think you've
Oh
just
my.
pulled. Get your coat.
question from Ellie, Wayne.
Yeah,
She says she's noticed you rarely have the banjo straight across the bed. Is that for a reason?
yeah, it's so I can get in close to the wood. That's why that is, Ellie. If I had the banjo straight across like that and in close to the wood, the handle starts to get close and so I start hitting my hand and everything. Whereas if I have it like that, my hand is well away from the bed bars.
Are you going
And
again?
that's about the only sorry?
Are you making that piece again? Or is it just
No,
the
no,
stand?
That's the
no.
base.
This is
Base.
the stem.
Ah, jolly good. This saw works very well.
Quick,
Extremely detailed cut.
another quick shaving off there just to check that this is going to fit.
Man,
Yeah, that fits in there nicely. And now I'll get the shape in this. And we shouldn't be too much longer.
Ellie says thank you. Wood Wizard by Colin is saying hashtag Ellie for Prime Minister. Bill Bill is saying, does Billy know anything about COVID-19? Asking for a friend. Midnight Joker saying, true story. I worked in EPOS on a large Irish cooperative. Kept complaining that the laser barcode guns were unreliable. So EPOS here being electronic point of sale tills, basically. Mike goes on to say, I flew out to investigate to discover them chasing chickens around a field, trying to shoot the barcode.
Oh, dear Lord.
Ian in the chat says, that's another feature I want in your list. The handle for my banjo is underneath the bars. One of these days I will break my knuckles changing it. Mr. Doug Miller says, question. Was turning last night, I noticed some slack in my live center. The bearing nut had backed off a bit. Is that a common issue? I can think of several smutty responses to that. So I'll leave that one for you to answer, Wayne.
Right. What do you mean by the bearing nut?
I think he means... okay, yeah. Is it the end, not to the end?
Um,
End, not to the end? Or the end, not in the center?
I had the end nut come loose on the quill of the tailstock once on my old lathe.
Sometimes on drive centers, the bearings can actually pop out. Sometimes. I haven't had that happen to me for a hell of a lot of years.
Doug says it's the nut that covers the bearing holding it in, just behind the cone.
See, I don't know where you... The ones that we tend to get over here in the UK tend to be sealed. They don't have nuts on them, so you can actually replace the bearings. Need to sharpen.
Dara's saying that he's talking about the solid plate backing on the live center, summer screw on.
All right.
Might maybe a little dab of Loctite. Obviously, be careful not to get the Loctite into the bearing itself. Douglas Mungham's got a question for you, Wayne.
Yeah.
I've been told not to cut uphill, but you are.
Right. What you are actually seeing me do there. Hang on, I'll just clean another section off and I'll show you. Right, the reason you don't cut uphill, get the straws out, is because the grain of the wood is running like this in this particular aspect. And if you cut downhill from the top down towards the center, you're actually flattening the grain out behind you. But if you cut uphill, you're cutting against the end grain and you're getting a lot of tear out. But what I'm doing here is I'm doing more of a straight cut and I'm just going straight in and stopping. Now I'm still getting a fairly decent cut there, but it's on the shoulder here where I'll start getting the tear out. So all I'm doing is clearing that away.
Stuart Ingrid's in. Hello, Stuart.
And if you see where, you can't really see it very well, but you see all these feathery bits here. That's where you're getting the, where you're actually cutting the end grain and you're getting the tear out. But for any finishing cut, I am actually going downhill. I don't know if anybody saw the like the Christmas tree type thing I put up the other day. That was done using a skew chisel going uphill.
Pardon me.
Stuart and Growley is in the chat.
Yeah, Douglas, sorry about that. Bex beer.
Klondike Crossman saying, "Woohoo! Made it back. Fast supper. Mrs. may not be impressed with me though."
It's all right, Lewis. Tell her it's educational.
It's peeing with rain here.
It's actually raining here as well. Sort of a medium drizzle.
Get that out of the way.
Howard Golden saying his knuckles are turning white. Just watching this. How thin can he go?
Stay on target. Stay on target. Lost Tyree, lost Hutch. They
Is that
came
about
from the ball.
5 mil? Rain? About 5 mil?
What?
The
Here,
thinnest? Yeah,
the thinnest.
4 or 5 mil.
Yeah, 5.
Not a bad guess.
I just need another wee cut on that. This is a mark there that I'll not be able to sand out. And that was 80. I lost the rest of my sanding pads.
JPN Company says, hello Wayne, I missed
Hey,
the
Wayne.
live because I was catching up on your last video of the sawn up piece. Lunchtime for him.
Oh. Where the hell have I put them? Oh, bloody here. Nobody see them lying there, not tell us.
We did, but you know, It was more fun.
Now I'm finishing off with 240. Right, so what I'm really wanting to do here, I'll finish it properly first. That'll be the best thing to do.
Yeah, because we wouldn't want you forgetting to put sanding sealer on it before you use Yorkshire grit, would we?
Oh no, no.
Because, you know, you being so experienced and professional and everything.
No, don't want to do that. Glyn used to
You-
shout at me for doing that.
You'd never do that, would you?
Oh, I used to. I used to get shouted at regularly by Glyn.
Oh, good. I'm glad it flows downhill, because now you shout at me for doing it.
But I hope this looks okay when it's finished.
YG song, YG song, YG song.
Right, what I've got to do now is just get rid of that wee nub right at the end where the the drive centre's going into.
Howard Golden's asking, so do you use the clenched jaw method of measuring?
Yeah. Right, let's see how that looks. Oh, I think that'll do just about perfect.
BB Turnings asked, Wayne, is there much of a difference between the spray-on sanding sealer and the wipe-on, or is it just easier to use?
It's easier to use. There's not really much difference. Usually with the wipe-on, especially with the cellulose, it's quite gloopy. Certainly the Chestnut Products one is. It's quite gloopy, so you do have to thin it down. Now I know when Mark thins his cellulose sand and sealer down, he does his 60-40, which is 60% cellulose sand and sealer and 40% thinners. I tend to use 70-30, but yet again, it's personal preference at the end of the day. Right, what I've done, I've put some super glue into the base of the bowl, but too much, and I've sprayed some accelerator onto this. Oh, I didn't. I'll have to do that again at some point because I need to part this off first. Otherwise, I'll not get it parted off. Spray that again. Hopefully the super glue in here is still wet, which it is. Let's see if I can get this grain lined up like that. Put that in there. Leave that to sit. That's stuck already. Get my skew chisel. I'm going to put that just to take this nub off the bottom.
Proper use of a skew then.
Yeah, proper use of the skew. I'll bring my stool back over, change camera, and we will have a look It's what I've managed to do tonight. No, we won't, because I can't find my mouse again. Oh, there we are. Change cameras, see if this camera's still working. Oh, and it is. So, guys, here we go.
Beautiful.
Nice thin finial on the top, and a nice, fairly thin stem as well. So, what have we got? We've got the U box. We'll call the exotic wood. We'll call it Bubinger because it is very similar. It just doesn't seem to be the usual red that Bubinger is. Nice pop fit on the lid. Stem stuck well in. So there you go, guys.
That is gorgeous.
Grand. Right then. Oh, Douglas is saying thank you. Cheers, guys.
Lots of lovely comments from the chat.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's going to go up to the shop on Saturday or Sunday, depending on which shop I take it to.
Cool.
Just cleaning up on the bottom. That'll get another finish on. There we go. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. It was, well, I enjoyed doing it anyway, but I really do enjoy doing these types of things. I'll have something different for Friday. I think we'll go back and do some colouring on Friday. Oh, thank you, Andy. Appreciate it.
Colouring on Friday.
Podge, you've got two hopes of that, and one of them's Bob.
JPN asked, nice box. Did you use a sphere jig?
No, that's turned freehand. Totally freehand. No measurements, no nothing, no maths involved, just turned freehand.
Because he is the wood ninja.
No, Matt, it's just practice.
Yeah. The Jedi of wood turning.
I'm a good magician as well. I can make a bottle of wine disappear in minutes.
Shazam.
Right.
More like glug, 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 glug.
Go on. I'm going to hit the button.
Cool.
Right, Wayne was going to do some colouring this Friday. Valerie's lost his book. He certainly comes out with them, Wayne does. Right, I'm going to hit the button. I'll see you guys on Friday lunchtime. No doubt for my... Oh, I'll bring my earworms back in before we finish. No doubt I will be speaking to Dale and Mark a bit later on this evening after I go in the house and open a bottle of wine.
Dare say.
I'm going to hit the button, guys. See you soon, everybody.
Hit the bloody button.